Hey guys, what's up? I'm Maryam. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm not wearing any makeup today outside of my brows, and that's because today I'm going to be doing a first impressions review of the KKW Beauty Kim Kardashian Beauty highlight and contour sticks that just launched. They took the internet world by storm. There is so much hype. There is so much controversy surrounding them. I haven't tried them before. They are still in their packages. Haven't even opened them because I really want to test them out right now on camera, and I want to give you my first impressions opinion here and now today. Kim Kardashian is such a makeup icon. She is pretty much known for her highlight or for her contour. She wears it so well, and everyone's been wanting for her to come out with some makeup products. So she finally has, and I am ready to jump into this. This package is pretty interesting. This is the highlight and contour kit in medium. I'm assuming I'm medium. It basically comes with 2 double-sided sticks. I'm thinking this is the highlight since it's got a light side that's matte and then a light side that's shimmery. And off the bat, the packaging is very light. It's not super heavy, so it's probably really good to travel with. Here is the contour stick. A little bit hard to open. There's 2 sides, a lighter one and a darker one. And there's also a brush. It's got the brush on one side and it's got the sponge on the other side. For some reason, this reminds me of my rotating brush, you know, the one that I always use from Doll 10, but it's not, it's just a regular brush. This is cute. It's not what I would expect from Kim. I would expect packaging that's a little bit more luxe, but I'm definitely not turned off by it. I like the fact that it's nude in color, so it kind of represents skin. I'm into it so far. Outside of the one that I'm gonna be using, I also got the light highlight and contour kit, the dark and the deep dark. All of these came in the mail from PR. I was actually invited to go to her launch party in Bel Air, where she had this massive, amazing party that was like so lit on social media. And I couldn't go, unfortunately. I was in Miami with Urban Decay, which I had agreed to do before. So I watched it on Instagram, and I definitely felt a little bit of FOMO because there was a lot of cool photos and a lot of opportunities. But anyway, I have the products now, so that's all that matters. Let's do this. I'm gonna apply just a little bit of primer all over my face. I actually saw Kim using these contour sticks on her bare face right over moisturizer, and she didn't use anything else, no foundation, no concealer, no color correcting. She basically did her entire face as well as her eyes and her lips, but her skin is super duper flawless. It's almost like unrealistically flawless. My skin is nowhere near that, so I have my foundation here handy just in case. But I kind of want to imitate that video. I want to use them the way that she's using them. I want to wear them the way that they are intended to be worn. So I'm going to try to apply them first before anything else. So first, I'm going to apply this matte side of the concealer. Oh, it is very creamy. Did you see how it moved? Oh no. That's no bueno. All right, so that just tells me that this is a super duper soft product that you shouldn't push too hard on. So I'm gonna go with gentle strokes. Gonna brighten and lighten and conceal right under my eyes, right here between the brows, around the mouth, chin. Next, I'm gonna take the contour stick. I'm gonna take the lighter side first. I'm gonna contour right around my lips. This is a little too light. This probably might work better on someone who has much lighter skin. Now I'm taking the darker shade and I'm just applying it to the sides of my forehead. This is where I typically contour. Also along the jawline, tip of the nose. Ooh. And I'll use the lighter side again for the sides of the nose. Something like this. Yeah. There's really no perfumey type of scent, but it does smell like old school makeup, if you know what I mean, which I guess is a matter of preference. You can either like that scent or you can dislike it. Now I'm just gonna spray this little sponge, really tiny little sponge. I saw Kim using it for her concealer, so I'm gonna do the same thing. Just gonna blend out this concealer. So far, I feel like the product itself is a little too soft for how well it actually blends. I was expecting it to be super easy to blend, but it does take a little bit of effort. Do you see what I mean? I feel like it might be a little bit easier to do with your fingers or with like a regular size beauty blender. The sponge is just a little too tough and it's just a little too small but I think it might be good for the nose. Right. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go in with my Beauty Blender. Otherwise, this video is gonna be super long. Looks pretty blended out, though I'm not exactly impressed with the way that it covers. You could still see the darkness under my eyes. You could still see my freckles. Not that I want to hide them, but I was expecting this product to be just a little bit more full coverage. All right, moving right on to the contour. I'm feeling like the contour shade is blending a little bit easier, quicker. And I like the shade. I like that it's a little bit bronzy, so it's not like a super cool contour. You can actually warm up your complexion, which is nice. It's kind of like contouring with a bronzer. All right, blending out the cheekbone, blending out this mouth area, which I might just clean up with the other side of the sponge, which still has some product on it. There we go. For the nose, you do need a cooler contour product. Otherwise, it can look a little bit dirty, like it's starting to look in my viewfinder. It's like a little too orange. Like I used some self-tanner and didn't exfoliate beforehand. So this is about as much product as Kim put on in her video, and her final result looked absolutely flawless. I'm definitely not looking flawless at this moment. I might need to put on some foundation, some spot concealer, some powder to bring it all together for me personally. But before I do that, I wanted to test out one more thing, which is the shimmery highlighter that you would put right here on the top of your cheekbones, also down the bridge of your nose, Cupid's bow, inner corners, and the brow bone. This product is actually quite nice, but the thing is that it's not very unique. I feel like a lot of brands have this type of cream stick highlighter. For the price you're paying for this entire kit, you might be able to find the same thing in a different brand for much less. But overall, it's definitely not bad quality. All right, so at this point, I'm just gonna take a little bit of my Diorskin Forever Foundation. I love this one. And just apply it to the areas that I wanna cover up. This is definitely evening out my skin, but it's still allowing the contour and the highlight to shine through. So these contour kits might actually be good for a very dewy, very natural face look when you're wearing minimal foundation. But I can't say that they're dramatic enough for a full contoured look, nor are they full coverage enough for an everyday contoured look. That's just my first impression of the product. I obviously don't know how this will wear. I don't know how this will photograph. I don't even know how it's gonna look on camera just yet. These are just my initial thoughts. My forehead has a lot less discoloration than the rest of my face. I'm gonna apply the product only to the center of the face. I don't wanna get rid of too much contour. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of my Shape Tape to my under eye, blend it out with my Beauty Blender. And then I'm gonna set everything with powder. You guys already know, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know I have an oily skin type, especially in the center of my face, so I absolutely must use powder. This is not the type of product that I can just put on and not set. It's a cream product and it always has to be set, at least for me. Just gonna use a little bit of my Mercier all over my face. So at this point, after the powder, I feel like I flattened my face a little bit too much to the point where you don't see the contour nor the highlight at all. So I'm gonna add it back in and I'm gonna use my Strobe and Bronze and my Strobe and Sculpt palettes from my collab collection with Pixi. They're still available at Target, or you can get them on kkwbeauty.com. I'm gonna use this shade here, Boss Lady, on my Strobe and Sculpt brush. I'm just gonna go over that cream contour just a little bit. And now this is a cool contour powder, as you guys know. So it's a little bit different from that bronzy look. But obviously it depends on your preference. And then for the forehead, I'm gonna use the Strobe and Bronze palette and the shade City Kitty. I'm just gonna go over exactly where I contoured with the KK Beauty contour stick. I don't know if it's me and I don't know if it's my skin type, but I far prefer a powder contour and highlight for that matter. If you're dry, you can totally get away with using contour sticks that are cream. For me, I just prefer to stick to my powders. I feel like it really gets the job done better in my instance. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of highline to complete the look. I'm gonna apply it to the tops of my cheekbones. I like to apply it from this point back. I don't like to highlight too down because here I get a little bit porous, so I don't like to highlight my pores. I don't think anybody does. Just some water that I got from Korean Air. And this is the final skin look with the contour, with the highlight, set with powder, and with powder bronzer, powder contour, and powder highlight on top of it. Overall, this is not a product by any means, but it's not life-changing whatsoever. Any brand that you can think of has something that is dual-ended, that highlights, that contours, that gives the glow. This brush is a little bit unique, and it's cool that it's so small, but sponge is just a little too tough and it's just a little too small to get the job done. The contour and the highlight do blend pretty well once they're blended, but they don't blend easily. So looking at my face, it looks pretty seamless. I don't know how this wears. I definitely have to take it through a wear test. I have to wear it throughout the day, see how it breaks apart if it does, see how it wears 12 hours later, that sort of thing. Again, not a life-changing product, but not something that I would necessarily throw away. I'm definitely very excited for more KKW products. I feel like Kim Kardashian is so synonymous for makeup, for her contour. I'm expecting a lot from her. So I'm excited to see what's coming up in the line. I'm hoping she will do foundations. I'm hoping she will do some eyeshadow palettes, some lippies, but we'll see where it goes. I wanted to go into this completely open-minded, positive, and I wanted to give it an honest review and a first impression. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you enjoyed my take on it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if there's anything that I've missed at all. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.